Yay! Okay, got everything set up. I'm back. I'm back. Welcome to the Dragon Kitty Show. I am Dracaa, and unfortunately my co-host, she decided she wanted to get up and run around, so she disappeared somewhere. Miss Bass is somewhere. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Dragon Kitty Show again. Sorry, everybody, for the long hiatus. I'm still messing with my camera. I apologize for that. It's been a long time. So, yeah. It's been a long time. So, I haven't been playing Worm as much as I wanted to because of everything that's going on. So, I did a little update video last night, a little hour one. You guys can always go and check it out. It's also on, it should be popping up on YouTube here shortly. I did try to submit that through before I jumped on. But you know how that goes, right? So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm back. It's like, you don't understand. I miss being on here. Open. I'm curious. Why did you cute face? That's cute. Okay. Sorry. I saw some cute stuff. So, yeah. It's been a long time since I've been on officially full force, the whole 9 yards, due to the fact that I was getting married. I shall lurk. Thank you. Lurking is just as fine. I appreciate the lurks. But yeah, I had a wedding on the 29th. Before then, the bosses had to work me. Everything was going. It was crazy. Like, just before then, 2 weeks before the wedding, I found out that my fiance, now my husband, had accidentally canceled the wrong day for our wedding venue. So, ended up having to get a new venue for our wedding, which that was 2 weeks beforehand. So, that Saturday was completely gone. So, I couldn't really do a stream that day. And then the next Saturday they send me off to Indianapolis, which is the capital of Indiana, which, like, I had to do all kinds of warehouse crap that all I did was stand around and just look at people's butts pretty much because we didn't do anything. But I got paid. I guess I can't complain. But yeah, it was, and then of course Saturday, the 29th was the Saturday. That was the wedding. So, and then of course the Saturday after, which I was on the honeymoon, heading home at that point, because I went down to Louisiana to go meet up with some of my family, and oh, my cousins just absolutely fell in love with not just only me, but also my husband. My family is absolutely approving of him. It's hilarious. But yeah, so like it was some craziness. Unfortunately, on Worm, I kind of neglected Worm for about this month, and my horses were about gone. It's just, like I said, it was some craziness. So I'm back. Yeah. So like the first weekend I get back from all this craziness, they had me work a weekend, and I'm like, I would like one weekend that I can get on Worm. So last weekend I was able to get on Worm full steam. I was going to stream Saturday, but I got so exhausted. And so I ended up not doing it, not to mention they had a stream too. The dev team had a stream on Saturday. So I'm moving my stream time to Friday. I hope I'm not running over somebody else's stream. When I popped in Event Network, I didn't see anybody else who was streaming right now. So I should be alright. if you want to get on a Discord and chit-chat with me, there should be information above my head. It should be accurate. If it gives you problems, just let me know. PM me, I will fix it. But yeah, no, like, it was just, it was craziness. But I spent an entire day going through my horses, sorting them, because, you know, I breed horses for Vendahorse. That's how I make some of my coin in the game. And I had spent an entire day, fell asleep, I was so exhausted, and that was just the horses. Not the hell horses, the bisons, the zoo animals, and my unicorns, and my sheep. I have a plantation. Screw farm. This is a plantation. I seriously have a huge operation, and I'm managing to do this on my own somehow. Just a little bit. But it's all good. I love it, so I can't complain, to be honest. I enjoy running around and doing all this stuff anyway. So, the other day, while I was on the road this week, I had some sit-down time, so I sat down and got to get on Worm and play a little bit. Well, there was this old, deed that went down fairly close to me a long time ago. Nearly a year ago. Well, the houses were built with such high quality, I guess, or they had just upped the quality of these houses, or the buildings, so they weren't going down for nothing. I went out looking for animals, because I was looking for, mostly unicorns, champions, things to put back in my zoo and fix my zoo again, trying to get all that situated, right? And I noticed that the buildings went down. And I was like, oh my. So I made a little house right there, and I dragged everything over there. So all this stuff that you're seeing in front of me right here, all these crate racks, they're pretty much full of crates too, large crates. These are spiraling out of control. These are empty crates here and here because I've went through them, and I'm still technically going through them. These are full crates of stuff, but I came out of there like a champ. I haven't done any actual looting or raiding, is what I usually call it. I call it a raiding thing. Like, I still have 21 crate racks sitting in my inventory right now that I'm holding. So, I mean, like, I made out like a bandit with this. I had, like, over 24 copper steels, and I was like, yes! Now I can actually finish making my, buffering like no tomorrow. Uh-oh. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna figure out what's going on. Okay, well, it's on my side. I guess it just stopped buffering as soon as I went to check it out. I apologize. That sucks. But, like I was saying, I had managed to get a lot of things. Like, they had 100 quality sugar beets and all kinds of stuff. So, I was able to get everything. I'm sorry you guys are buffering. I'm not sure why. I mean, I don't have a whole lot open. I just have my usual, so I don't know what's going on. Trying to figure out what's going on. You're fine on Twitch. Okay, okay. Is Discord, or, well, you're not in Discord then, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe it was just me. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, guys. I hate that it's buffering. Well, if anything, you can always watch my shows after, because I do as soon as on a normal basis, as soon as I'm off, I export them up to YouTube right away. So that, you know, it kind of saves them for me in a sense, and that way you guys can always review them later. And see my craziness over the years kind of thing. Because that's how I like it. And pardon me, I hadn't eaten my dinner yet either, so I kind of made it just before I started. I get like 1 second every 30 seconds. Ooh, okay. That sucks. Well, in other words, Dracaa, needs to slow down just a smidge on how fast I'm talking. Maybe I should do what the Texans do and talk long and slow with every word. No, I can't do that. That's good. That's just too much. I can't do that. No, I was just super excited that I found it. I get a bit more than that, and it's getting better. It just buffers every now and then. Okay, alright. I'm glad to hear you guys are alright and you're able to see. But, yeah, I mean, it was just non-stop craziness for me. Like, so, on our honeymoon, I went down to Louisiana and got to meet up with my family, like I was saying earlier. And I also got to do something else. I had started writing a letter to my mother a few years ago, because those of you who don't know me too well, me and my mother don't have a real good relationship. Not really. Let me rephrase that. Don't have a relationship. So, unfortunately, she had done some things extremely wrong to me. And I just had it. I wasn't going to let it. What is this? What is this? Wait a minute. A slice of wedding cake. Raz, what the heck? Thank you? Where are you at? Okay, like, I don't have anybody in my inventory and I just got a random trade out of nowhere. What the heck? That had to be a GM. Thank you, but wow. Like, throw me a bone. Let me know you're sneaking up behind me. Innocent. I don't believe you. There's no innocent in this. Lordy. All of a sudden I was like, what did I do wrong? This is not how this works. What happened? Oh, my Lord. Oh my goodness, that cracked me up. Thank you! I appreciate that. Let's see, taste. Ooh. You know what, normally, I don't know if I want to eat it because I'm one of these weird ones. I like saving all these cool things. I'm a weirdo. Can't blame me. But, you know, so I have finished writing my letter to my mother. And so I went down to Louisiana and... nice ghost cake. Yeah, right? Just appears out of nowhere. Whoa! There was a cake floating in my face, you know, if you put it in your thought. Yeah, that's cool. But I was showing my husband all the cool things where I lived and all this stuff down there, and it was actually funny because I wasn't using Google Maps or anything because I remembered all the turns and everything when I was down there. And I've only lived down in that area 3 years. The cake is a lie. Hey, Valgrant, how you doing? I can never say names. I'm sorry, guys. If I'm messing up your names, as always, I speak my own language. But hey, yeah, no, cake is not a lie. Cake is delicious. But yeah, so we got down there. She had trashed the area that my grandpa used to have, and he lived out in the woods. Yeah, he had a trailer or two, but oh my god, she had vehicles all over the place. There was like 20 billion animals running around, cats and dogs, and I'm sitting there going, like, I'm so lucky I'm not in that environment anymore. That's all I gotta say. The cake was not a lie. It was not. It was awesome. It was a great gift. That it came out of nowhere gift. And I like this gift. I know I had some marble shards in here. Oh, they're 80 quality. I don't want to mess with them. But so, whoa. Evidence has been removed. What do you mean? There's no evidence. I'm amused when I find people who don't know Ritz equals gaming and then equals... Okay, now come on. That's not... I'm actually... I'm appreciative that you popped in and did that. Now, I did not realize this because I've been out of the know for a long time, and it's hard for me to keep on things because I'm not a very good socialized person, you know. I like to hide in my little... As you see, this is a corner if you're looking at the screen. I don't know if it actually shows. Hold on. You have to look now. Yeah, yeah. This is a corner. This is my favorite corner of the room here. Yeah, okay. Anyway, just assume, it's big. It's my corner. I'm also a server guy mostly, so I'm not all as well known as Retro. True. I've heard of you though. Don't think I haven't heard of you. That's why I was like, wait, I don't see you on the thing. Where are you at? I like to hide. Wait, I'm broadcasting. Never mind. Yeah, you can't hide when you're broadcasting. I know. But I'm talking about, like, I don't go outside most of the time. And even in Worm, I stay in my little bubble of land and peace and awesomeness. Alright. I'll see if I can take that downstairs instead. There we go. But yeah, so I got to show him all where, like, I grew up, where at schools. So much has changed. Like, the little town I was living in, still not working. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That sucks, Jacob. He's having buffering issues, and that sucks. But like I was saying about my little town that I grew up in, it was like a dead town. Like, I've never seen something like that in my entire life. What? Okay. Like, I was sitting there, I was like, oh, there's a little gas station down here and stuff like that. And it legitly was grown over and deserted. Like, it hadn't seen the light of man for 2 decades since I left. And I was just shocked by it. I was like, this is the weirdest thing ever. There we go. There we go. Let's go put this... Oh, some cake. Here, I'm going to drop these things here. Watch, I'm only going to be able to drop 5 or something. Drop on the ground. Oh, I was able to drop them all. Ha! Nice! I'm going to put my cake away in my special little box that holds all my special little things. Because I like special things. I'm a weirdo. But yeah, no, it's been like... It was sad, to be honest. But I got to do fun things. Like on 4th of July, I got to go riding on a 4-wheeler with my half-sister and everything. And that, I just had a blast. It was fun. I got to ride horses on in Kentucky and things like that. So we really legitimately had a all-around fun time. So yeah, I need to eat food, but I'll do that when I start working. I think this is the one that has the foods. Yes, foods. Now where do I want to put the cake? Can I put it in here? Yep, there we go. Now my cake is safe. In my pretty little box of stuffs. I'm about to buy another box, I think, next month. I like those boxes. They're cool. They save everything. I still haven't even taken the first bite of my food yet. Nummy, nummy, nummy. Okay, so that don't need to be in there. So we can move some of this out of here, because this don't belong in my house. There we go. I got so much stuff. Cake protector. Yes, it is. It's a cake protector. I have some rare cakes too from the events that it was last winter when they did something at Vork's Landing. So I got some of that stuff there too. I just like saving little things like that. I'm a weirdo. Any like little foods that are rare that you get from foraging or something like that, I tend to keep those. I don't get rid of them. Now, it doesn't mean I go and buy them, because that's just a little crazy. I'm not crazy, I'm just a little nuts. I don't know. I'm somewhere in between crazy and insane, I think. If there's really a between. Okay, so that's 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. These are all 30. So, rename dirt. There we go. So I can put it away. There we go. Yeah, I hadn't got to do a whole lot of anything, to be honest. I've been busy with... Oh, now I can move these things around. Oop. Right there. Okay, since we're getting to this point, we can do that. There we go. Okay. Now I'm getting somewhere. I had so much stuff that I got from looting that, or raiding that place. Oh, speaking of which, I don't think I tore down my building. I normally do, but I don't think I did. Nope, because it's still there. Make sure I hit the right one. Loot. Do you want to destroy loot? Yes. There we go. That poofed somewhere. Just off in the distance. Poof! I always think that's cool because it's like a little ball of light and then the string goes up into the sky kind of thing. This is poof! Love it. I think it's awesome. Okay, now we can go put these things away. Got some more of these, which I'm excited about. Because I needed some of these, honestly. I also got some wine racks and stuff like that. Like, I got a lot of cool stuff. I'm like, yeah, I need it all. All of it. Ooh, there's something in there? No. Oh, I'm just carrying too much. Oh, okay. It's like, is there something? You know what? Why don't I just load it onto my wagon? Whoa, it's dark in here. Why did my lights go out? The lights went out. I swear I paid the electricity bill. Do I need to repair that one? Yeah, okay. There we go. Alright. Rename that. There we go. So, like I said, I haven't really done much work on anything. I do need to go through and check on my horses and see what babies were born and stuff. Because some of them should be getting born now, if not already. Go. So yeah. Oh, and I got a ton of these rose trellises. So I started decorating the walls of the Undercity and stuff. Because there's not a whole lot of green. And so I figured, why not add some greenery? And best way to do it is wall coverings. So that's what I'm doing now. Or, well, that's what I did. Also, I covered like an entire wall side. Just one more point till I get paving 40 for those marble floors. Gonna take a break. Be right back. One more point. Oh, Lord. That'd be awesome. I think I hit that a long time ago. I don't remember where paving is. Up there. Yeah. What? Nuh-uh. My paving's at 64. Didn't even realize it was up there. I keep every once in a while, I go looking at a certain skill. I'm like, I'm sure this skill's not that high. And it's like 60 something or higher, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute, when did that happen? Like, all this craziness is happening sometime. What? But yeah, I had to refurbish my horse, or redo my horses almost completely, 100%. What the hell? I saw something down there. No, okay. I had help with some things, but we haven't really done much. I'm trying to get, I need to start working on that river corner, pretty much. It's basically what I'm going to call it, because it's basically the corner. Because the river sticks. I widened out, like the last time, one of my horses died. And double in. Crapsoids. But at least it wasn't a female, so I can switch it out with another. Okay, so cool. It was a gray male. Lordy, another one died. I'll have to figure it out. I haven't gotten this far yet, yesterday. I'm starting to get a lot of the new breeds and stuff. Another thing I have to start working on is getting my alt running horse. I need to get her premium. I got her animal husbandry up to 20 in one day. That wasn't hard, obviously. But I need to get it up to 50, so as a result I have to premium her to do so. But, so, this is part of the river. You see where my ship is? It's 3 tiles wide. And it goes through there. There's one iron vein that's, a couple iron veins that are in the way. But one of them is on a deed, so only I can work on it. Because I have permissions. So, I was trying to raise the ceiling as much as I can through here, but I don't think I'm going to be able to raise the ceiling through here because I was running into issues. So there's going to be some low points. Oh no, there was a cave-in. Frick. I'll have to fix that. But yeah, basically this part is pretty much done, and all I have to do is lower the floor down and then below water level. But this part over here, whoopsie, okay, I have to deal with. And then of course I have these here, which I don't know if I can I should be able to take them out because I was the one that put them in originally, but I don't think I can. These reinforced floor pieces right here, because I'll have to thrash about 5 of them. At least it's a straight line. It's not like I had to do a whole bunch. That makes it a bonus. And then of course it comes through here. Now I had a sandstone vein here, and there's another collapse I have to deal with. There was a sandstone vein that was sitting right about here. Got that one done and out of the way. But this is the one that's on deed, so I have to work it. This one's off deed. That one I couldn't work because the iron vein is in the way. But and then it should be open the rest of the way out, and it's 3 wide. And that way it's actually down low and everything like that. So that part is all done. So it's literally just this little corner piece. That's all that's left. And then the underground river, which is... I'm renaming my deed. Not this deed. Kappa's going to stay as Kappa forever or whatever. Oh, speaking of which. So, my man gets these RPG loot crates. And in them, sometimes they come out with these little cardboard figurine little things for D&D. Particularly 5.0, the 5th edition, which I don't play. I play 3rd edition and lower, but... Well, they came out with this little critter. And let me see if I can see the camera. Okay, good. Let's see if I can put it in front of the camera, right? Yeah, I'm okay. I apologize. This sucks miserably. I'm not good at this. Let me see if I can see it in the bigger screen. There we go. It's called a kappa or kippa or however it's spelled. It's spelled the same way as my deed. So I was like, yay, I'm keeping those. And he's like, I figured as much. So they're the little green critters with a shell on their back, almost kind of like a turtle. And it's funny because when I first got this deed, I had just stopped playing Harvest Moon, pretty much. Oh, that's right, there was a collapse there I need to fix. And okay. There was a game I was playing, it was called Harvest Moon. I loved this game. It was a really good game. And I still do. Lag. There must be lag going on. Lag. Everybody's talking about lag. Yeah, I'm not looking at it right now. But, like I said, it was called Harvest Moon. And in one of the Harvest Moons, the one I played with was on the Wii. Not the Wii U, the original Wii. And I can't remember, I think it was Harvest Moon and Friends. Because that was one of the first ones that they did that was male, and then they had one that was a female. And so I had the female one, of course, and it was one of my favorite games. That one was my favorite. Well, later on, they came out with a Harvest Moon on the Game Boys, or excuse me, DS's. It's a Game Boy, and it will always be a Game Boy till the day I die, just saying. Anyway, they came out with one, and it was the Magical Melody one, and you had to ring these bells in that particular one to save the land. And you can marry the goddess, or you can marry there was a god, it was like a fire sun god. He was pretty cool looking. Well, in there was a pond. If you threw a cucumber into the pond, or in that particular one, it was the one where if you just moved your camera for like your actual camera, you could see the little critter down there. The one before that, I can't remember what was that one's called. It was on the DS as well, and you would visit the goddess's pond, and you would throw items in there for her, like flowers, whatever she likes, or whatever, trying to get friendship with her, right? Well, if you threw a cucumber in there, Kappa will pop up and say thank you. No one's done that before him for whatever, and he'll give you something. I think he only does it once or twice. So Kappa was one of those critters from that. And the spelling of Kappa is I think it's Kampa. I think I may be pronouncing it wrong, which is a letter of the Greek alphabet. Also, it's a name for a water spirit in the Japanese, Chinese, I think it's Japanese, demonology. It's a water spirit creature that lives and dwells in the water. And so the name has a lot of stuff. So when I first got Kappa, the deed itself, it was a teeny tiny little deed. And I asked about it, and I was really into finding out more information. This was before archaeology came out, okay? But unfortunately, archaeology in the game does not do what I want to do, which is not just to find out about a deed. I wanted to find out more about it. But unfortunately, that's not kind of data that will be found in the game. Because the kind of things I was wanting to find out was like, what was their vision? What did it look like? Like, have a picture of it, of the deed when it was completed or close to being completed or whatever the situation may be. So it was just things like that. So I was trying to get all the information I could. Well, my friend Elizra, she actually inherited it from the other person. the original owner, but he's not been back on for like ages at this rate. So yeah. And so she couldn't give me too much information. The only information I got is the person who originally made this deed of sorts was, and it was a different name, was there's a tower, the silver, the rare tower that I have, guard tower, has his name on it. And so she ended up deeding it over and calling it the Kepa. But she didn't have a legit reason why of naming it that way and stuff like that. So, but she told me that when she lived here with this guy, he was a crazy nutcase. Like, he was talking about how he thought he was God and king and all this stuff, and it was amusing to hear what she had to say. Let's see. Dracaa. Dextera. Dracaa. But I'm alright with that. I mean, Kepa's got a lot of story now. A lot of story. Now this little itty bitty deed, no bigger than 60 by 30, or so, maybe less than that, is like a huge metropolis. I mean, it's not quite. Above ground, it's a huge farm. But I'm still working in the underground. I got lots of work to do. I wasn't calling you. Don't give me cute looks. You're cute. So, like I was saying, yesterday, in the day, like for the past few days, I've been really lucky. So, I'm looking for champion animals, preferably female champion animals. I'm not interested in the males, just the females. And so, I went out hunting, looking for them and stuff like that. I was just looking for animals. That's how I ran into the deed that had been taken down and all that good stuff. So yesterday I was doing a little stream, and here's the result. So at the end of the stream, I got lucky. I was trying to tame this black champion bear. So as soon as I ended the stream, because I was getting tired and sleepy, what are you doing? She's moonwalking. That was craziness. So I was getting tired, so I was gonna end the stream, but I was trying to see if I can push a little bit longer and see if I got it. So the one time I tamed right after of ending my stream, she got tamed. I was like, I'm happy with that. Can't complain. Cannot complain. Oh, those, I need to put those back. There we go. Okay. So I found a male cave bug to breed with my female champion cave bug. So she's pregnant, so I'm waiting on her. And then of course, I've still had some of my green female unicorns, some of my hardened female unicorns. And then of course I have my white ones. I got lucky, found a yellow female and a pink female. I was like, now I have all the colors of the rainbow. Well, of the unicorns, that is. So I've got them bred. I'm hoping for luck. So I'm hoping that they don't croak on me. I mean, that one won't croak on me for a long time. But this one is aged. I've got some time on her. She just turned aged because she was actually mature. She's old, so I'm worried about her, but my green ones, I should be fine. See, that one's one of my new ones too, because I found a green unicorn hanging out there and I was able to bring her home. So I'm excited. I also found me a couple extra chickens, so I was able to restock. So, like, I lost all my chickens, but, like, I think all but one. Oh, my rooster. I had a rooster in here. What happened to him? Did he die? He must have died and I didn't notice it. Darn it. Any chicks in here yet? There's a chick! I got my first chick! It's a boy! Not my first chick. I've had chicks before, but, you know. Since I've had to do a restart on them, but there we go. Alright, so I moved the chickie out of there. I still have another fertile egg in here. Alright, I need to get some food and water in these things, I'm sure. So I have 3 chickens in each one of these now. So that way I don't have to worry about them popping out as quickly during the week. Because originally I had them full, I had to feed them every day, had to make sure they had water every day, and they're 70 to 80, almost 80 quality coops. So I had about 7 chickens in each one. So it was a bit rough. But when I had taken that time, well, it wasn't like I was taking the time off purpose, but when I started taking that time off, that's when things became hectic. And I started losing everything. I ended up losing all my colored hens and all that stuff. So, I'm not happy, but what are you going to do about it, right? You just turn around and go out hunting for more chickens. That's quite literally what I did too. So, let's see, fill these up. So I have all the... Okay. So, now I've got 3 hens in each one, which I figured is reasonable a number. I don't... As you see, they're not running my food out as quickly as they were before, so I like that better. I mean, that was after 2 days. It might be, I might need to reduce the number still of the hens. I'm still thinking about it. But I'm trying to get some eggs because I would like to replace all my white hens with colored hens, like the browns and the blacks, preferably black, but that's just because I like... What do you mean no item found? That was weird. I just had a really weird glitch. Sometimes glitches happen, but it's okay. Glitches happen and then you go on. Okay. So I'll fill up these coops. The nummy chicken feed for the chicks. Okay, this should be a good... Okay, alright, so now I can harvest my eggs. Okay. Alright, open. Hopefully none of the eggs got any damage. Yes. No damage, I like that. Ooh, look, some fertile eggs too. I love that even more. Let's see. These I have to separate because of the quality. Actually, I could probably get away with throwing them in the 70s still. I want some more fertile eggs. More fertile eggs. No, I need fertile eggs. Alright, 2 fertile eggs it is. Okay, so we'll drop these on the ground. There we go. Oh, I need some food over here. So we'll get 15. That normally lasts them for a few days. On the ground. There we go. Okay, so now hop up. There we go. But yeah, I've been milking the cows almost daily. So I have a ton of milk. I have over 4,000 kilograms of milk. Oh, and I found some piggies. So I got 2 females and a male. So currently the females are pregnant. I know most people don't think having pigs around is a good idea, but I'm going to start keeping pigs. Because pigs are cool. They're edible. Therefore, they're cool. And if you're going to run a farm, you might want to do it right and have all the animals. At least all the animals that's available to you. I'm still waiting for turkeys and stuff. I mean, we have pheasants, which I need to find pheasants too. And I've been looking for pheasants. They're not easy to find. There we go. I wonder if she left her thing unlocked for me to do it. Because if she did, I can drop the coin for her into her boat and then take my... I'm pretty sure she left them on there. I was ordering some... I got some rare nymphs. And I'm going to use them... Because I got 4 of them. And I got like... at least 2 or 3 people that I'm going to put their names on these nymphs. And put around the Empalong building, and they will represent the peoples who did donations and stuff like that, in a way of like honoring them for doing a donation this year and stuff like that. Nope, she doesn't have it where I can access her boat. And of course, she had to park her boat on my deed, so she can't. I wish people listened to me. I'm going to have to build a bridge, which means I'm going to have to come over here and break down this wall. Like right about here, I got to build a bridge that goes across here, so I can have it saying, titled, "Do not pass here, please." Like, I got signs that says right there, Kappa villagers only, please, you know, and this is the, even this right here says off D docks all the way down to, I mean, criminating people. Listen, I try, I really do, but you know. What's this? Did I see stuff in there? Oh no, I don't have anything in there right now. I need to get more vendors and stuff too. I got stuff, I just need to put stuff in stuff to sell stuff. Oh, and I gotta make a ton of keys too. So, I'm going to have fun. I'm redesigning my maze. I haven't put it down on paper how I'm going to do it yet. I just know how I'm going to do the walls, if that makes sense. So, I have a maze. It's still technically open because I haven't closed it, but I have been telling people it would have been closed by June, by the end of June, so I could start remodeling it. But I gotta wait for my materials to come in first. I have an order right now of like 600 fence bars, because I'm thinking I'm only gonna need like 520 or so, but a couple extra just in case I goof up. So the plan is here's my maze. Okay, I just wanna, there we go. So, okay, I thought that was a seal in the middle of nowhere. So, the plan is I'm going to go through this and tear all these walls down. Okay, destroying all these walls. Understand this. And then I'm going to turn around and rebuild walls. But more walls. So basically, as soon as you get in here, it's going to be nothing but gates. And gates will only open according if I lock, because I'll have them all have keys on them, so they're all gate locked, right? So that they're locked. And I can go through and unlock certain ones. Why did he leave anyway? Anybody? I guess he just didn't want to be part of our team. Weird. Oh well. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna have a bunch of locks all over all these things, right? So I have to sit down and draw out the path for me so I can make sure I don't forget the dang path. But yeah, so it's going to be a lot harder than last year because it's more of a feel around situation. I would think, as a maze, like you can see all this stuff. You can see through the maze. You can see other people through the maze. But you don't know how they got there, kind of thing. So, yeah, that is my plan. And I like it this way because then I never have to destroy the maze again. Or anything of the maze. I could just redo the route, changing the route, and repositioning items in there and whatnot for looks. So yeah. I haven't been in there since almost over a year. Well, not over a year. Since November. That just sounds like a mean and tormenting method. Well done. Well, it's a multiple of things, not to just torment. People got through the maze way too easy. Now, this is a 16 block by 16 block maze. So, I wanted it to be a little more challenging. Now, I will never be able to do something like the Factional Fight Brothers did, which is the labyrinth is just bloody brilliant, okay? It is gorgeous. Gotta say, amazing. Yeah, that labyrinth is just, I love it. I had a blast. Now, it took me about 5 hours to get through it, but I had a blast. But yeah, no, I figured, you know, I wanted it to be a little more complicated. And this way, like for future, when I get it, it will be different every Lunalong. So that the path through the maze will be different every single time. And there will be different things each time so I can have fun with it and not have to tear down the walls every single time. And I mean, I'm not mad about wasting it because I don't think these take bricks, if I recall correctly. I think, yeah, they do. They take bricks. Everything takes freaking bricks. But yeah, so this is my idea, and I do like it. It will be torturous because, but the thing is if you get lost and can't get out and you need to get out, I will have certain people set to missions to be able to come through and be able to pull you out of there. So, and they don't have to walk through the whole maze. They can just walk through what they need to walk through to help you. Makes sense. Lunalong is not about the maze, but the maze is part of it. Yes, exactly. So I just wanted to make it so it'd be easy, and would be nice to have a different maze each time. Yeah, it would be, because when you go through it for once, people tend, you know, they can go look at videos and get through it faster again and stuff like that. And remember, I had a prize for whoever got through it first last time. So I do plan on doing the whole prize thing, but I'm kind of curious if I can make it longer and see how well they do. So it will be one of the events. So I'm going to have to, this this place is so pretty. I am so proud of my Coliseum. I just think it's neat. So super cool. But, and hopefully this year they'll use the Coliseum more too. Because last year, there was a problem. See, the building for the Lunalong was upstairs. Hide a troll in the center. That way, you will definitely know who got there first. You know, that's one way of doing it. I could ask the GM if they can do that. That would be difficult level. Asking them if they can spawn creatures throughout the maze and stuff like that. That would make the level difficulty. So, like, I will probably have it as an easy mode where there's no critters in it at first, maybe, for those that want to go through the maze. And it will be something small, a small trinket that you win. And then the second mode will be the hardcore mode. And I can run in there and change the path because I'll have it set up and everything. Now, thank you. You definitely gave me a really good idea. That definitely would be in having them spawn only one. Definitely, the difficulty would be in having them spawn only one. True, true. But that, you gave me a really great idea, so guess what I'm doing? I'm writing this down. I'm sure a GM is going to be more than like, yeah, that's a good idea. Aww. Why is the one pencil I have is the one that never works? Here we go. And then, you know what? I put that pencil right back in there, so I have to mess with it later. Leave it to me. There we go. 2 mazes. Easy mode. Hard mode. There we go. GM. Oh, I remember this name. He. Right? So they really did an awesome job last year, the GMs and everything. Like, they tried to use my Coliseum, but unfortunately, they were talking in local chat underground, and the people above ground can't hear it, but you can, or can't see your chat, but they can see you can see the chat from above. So there's some sort of issue they haven't quite fixed yet. I don't know if they fixed it yet, but so the Coliseum didn't get really used that much, especially when Inky came around, and Inky was just spawning them all over the place. So I had critters running all over the top side, so people were in constant danger. So I'm hoping this will help tame Inky just a smidge, just a little. Not asking him to do it a lot, just a little. But this is also where the new Lunalong building is, which is right across the Coliseum. So I think this is a really cool idea where it's across. People can run across and get into the Coliseum, have fun. Sounds like a challenge. No. It's not a challenge. I know better. I know better. I know I have lurkers, so I know better. But, so people can run over and participate in the Coliseum and still get to, like, be fairly close. Now, I don't think they'll be part of the summer or the sermon circles, because this is where the sermon circle is pretty much, and I think it's like just at the edge. So if they get out of the building or off all the way over here into the street, they're out of the circle. But I can't remember how big the radius is for when they do the sermons. tried to plan everything perfectly to it originally, so it's got to be in reason. I just can't remember how good it is, if it's off. But this is where, like, they will, this is where the sermons will be. So I'm excited. It looks really good. And I have all the gods, at least one of every single god. If I need a Gary, I need another Palar, which I need to just premium one of my characters. I need a Nathan. I need a Magron. And I need a Spigen. Catch some larger groups that way. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, can you set the sermon circle to it is center under the main building? Yeah, it is. It's on the bottom of the building, which is this is the first floor. As you see, it is directly in the middle. So basically, people could be standing right in this area where they have access to water. There's also food bins back here for because I have a wonderful young lady. She was the cook last year, so she can do some cooking and stuff like that back down here and have some food for people to come running down here and getting some food. This is where all the so there's like, it's like putting 14 coffers together. The shelves are. So I have all these shelves that gives me 12 there, and I have 2 other coffers for extra stuff. And each shelf, if I recall correctly, I think I went through and labeled them correctly so that they're all labeled whatever enchantment you want, you put them in that shelf. It should work, as far as I know. If it doesn't, that's why I have extra coffers and stuff like that to come up and fix the situation. But my goal was to make sure that I was going to put a bunch of vendors down here too. Like, I have vendors all through here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. Now, I do know there is a guy that does drinks and stuff, and he set up at the Shrimp Along, and I loved him, so I told him I was going to make sure he had a spot. So he can actually set up tables right here and set up drinks so that people can taste them and stuff like that. So he has his own little place where he can set up now. Since the way I did the building, there's 2 of them, so if another person comes up or whatever, I have space for another person. So it's sort of a chance for people to do drinks and stuff like that, and all that cool stuff. And of course, I have mailboxes. I have 2 mailboxes here. Unfortunately, people do have to kind of go a little far if they want to get coin, but it's not really too far because it's above ground and it's just out the door pretty much. So, but then this is the second floor, and this is where most of the where everybody's going to be. So as you see here, there's forges all over the place. I have a streamline of forges here. Unfortunately, I'm not too happy about this. I might change the way this looks because I don't like how it blocks the view of the Colosseum. But then again, it should be okay. I don't know. We'll find out. If I need to move it, I'll move it, because that shouldn't be hard. As you see, I have everything all set up here. I need to move that out of here. Can I load that up real quick? Yes, I can. Okay. Alright. But yeah, so I have like the supply carts and stuff like that. And the cool part is you can stand up here and you can see the priests down here, and then you can be able to look up from up here and you can see the floor above, which I think is kind of cool. I like that look. I tried really hard, and these were supposed to be originally, what is going on? Oh, they're popping fireworks somewhere. I thought my cat was going crazy because she's been racing through the house, so I thought maybe she was losing her mind. So I originally was going to have 4 horses here and have them named after the 4 apocalypse horses, just to be a little Easter egg of sorts, because I try to hide Easter eggs and things. But unfortunately, because the way I was doing this, though D-Planner says I can do this without having a wall plan there, clearly D-Planner was wrong. So I had to do a wall plan there, and so I had to kind of modify how I did it. But, and then of course you have the top here, and then of course my imps and stuff. So yeah, and this up here I'm going to have over in this corner, if I can get my horses to obey. Thank you. Must be really laggy today. Okay, so over here I'm going to set up a little station. Something that isn't quite have thought of, or I have not seen yet. There's a way to work on your papyrus skill. You know those books? If you keep emptying a book up, you can increase your papyrus skill. And so I'm planning on making a few extra books and just having people do that. Because it helped my skill. I believe that's... Cause something was telling me that's how it is. Because I was working on books, and it's been a while, and I forgot. But I'm on this plan still, so I'm thinking that's the case. So, I gotta try that and see if that works and everything. But yeah. So, that's like the Impalong building, which I probably like showed this a million times on more. But, yeah, or on the show. But I love it. It needs to be brighter, though. I need to get lighting is what I need to do. But I'm also thinking when those forges are lit, it's going to be pretty bright. So, and I gotta consider people being down underground, and some of them may have graphic issues. So I'm trying to not overdo it. But this area right here, I need to clear and then surface it more. This is where carts, big things like wagons and stuff will come here, and so people can imp them up here. And this is where the stables are going to be. There will be stables down here, so people can park their carts and stuff like that and have them down here. So I'm going to have a set of stables right here. I just haven't built it yet. And then, of course, I got to clear more out on the opposite side over here and raise the ceiling, because I was working on that. As you can see, I got the ceiling raised up a bit, but not completely. Like, it's raised here. I think I'm going to leave it with that height, because it's not too bad. This height is pretty decent. Yeah, I got a 3-story building in this height, and okay, I'm good. If I need a higher building, then I will just simply dig higher if I need to, because the farther south I go on this deed, the higher the rock will be, because due to the fact it's going up in a mountain range area of sorts. So this deed is a blessing. So about making an undercity like this. So, and I got the 2 huge buildings done, so I don't think I'm going to need any more huge buildings for a while. But I got somebody who came over and strong-walled, spelled this area that used to be the original ramp that used to be the way out. Got that fixed up, so now I can mine that. And I'm going to start clearing this area out, and I need to build another building for the fashion show, because I don't know if... What are you playing with? I think it's some bug. She is such a weirdo. Anyway, so last year at the Lunalong there was a fashion show that Bloody Durango did. Dingo, I mean. What are you doing, crazy cat? She's just playing with fur balls on the floor. I swear my kids are crazy. And so I'm trying to make the space so that he can have something like that. I'm also trying to have other buildings available for GMs to do random events or whatever. So, all around this spot. So, the plans are in place. I'm still working on it. Catch some larger groups that way. Okay, I read that already. But yeah, I'm still working on it. I mean, over here I have my little ceramic shop. So, it's in honor of my grandmother. So, and I like it. It's cute. It's quaint. It's awesome. I'm going to have a building back here, and it will have my jewelry shop. So I'm going to have because I got my jewelry to 60 at the last shrimp along, so I was able to get my. What are you doing, kitty? You're chasing your own shadow, kid. Oh lordy. Okay, so anyway, I got my jewelry smithing up to 60. So I'm able to do some decent jewelry and stuff like that. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to have a jewelry shop and just have that. Another shop I'm planning on is having an armor smith, a tailor shop, and then this one's for for my bricks, making bricks. So I'll have a little shopping center right through here. It's going to have some vendors and stuff. I don't think anybody's going to buy anything, but it's mostly just for me to have little shops on my deed and make me feel special. Because I'm trying to make an underground city. So, like, literally, what do you have in an underground city? You have shops. So, and since this is Emperor's Alley at the moment, I think I might change it, but I'm not sure yet. Because, see, the main street, I still haven't... I need to name these streets, because I have to. Maybe that's what I should call this. Because this is the River Styx. And so, from the only point that I still need to fix is the very beginning. Because I got it 3 wide all the way, but I have a bridge that was originally 1 wide. And so, since I expanded it, I haven't changed the bridge. So I need to knock the bridge out and change it. And once I do that, it's going to be a lot beautiful structure and everything. So, this was Baby's idea, Ferryman's Crossing. I love the name, and so is the River Styx. And I appreciated it so much because it's a beautiful name. So, and I do plan, I think, that's why I don't have this quite reinforced and taken care of yet, is because this here I have plans on making another little rooms through here. I'm pretty sure of it, so I just gotta figure it out. Cause see, I have a spot here which I'm going to make another little space or something, or storage rooms through here and stuff like that. So I fell in love with the way this looks. I put a pile of branches in the middle of the river and named them all the River Styx. Ha ha ha! That's funny. That is too funny. That's so funny. That is funny though, honestly. That's also something that I just thought about, because I was sitting there going, yeah, you know how hard it is to find certain things like that? Good thing I don't help with the planning. Yeah, I could see that. So, I also plan on doing a scavenger hunt. Now, I can't do it as big as Shrimpy can, because due to the fact I have neighbors, and I don't have space that's big like that for people to just pick up things. So, I'm going to use my perimeter of my deed as the place. And since it's so huge, it's 60 by like 155, I think it is. Yep, 60 by 155. So, obviously I won't be using the top of the deed, most likely, the northern part. I might not, I'm not sure. So the space that gives me is quite a bit of space. Because if you think about it, I got 310 times 5, 1,550. So I have 1,550 spaces on both sides of the deed of area to throw keys and do stuff like that, right? So I could do something similar to like what Shrimpy did. But because I wanted to do a scavenger hunt last year, but I couldn't think of a way of doing it because of the way my deed was. I couldn't set permissions so people can just pick things up because there were things in other spots that I didn't want people to accidentally get. And it was just, there was a number of things. So I had to figure out how to go around about doing this. So I started getting everything cleared up so that I could do that. But then I realized I might be able to get away with this. Now, I do have... If I have it where people can pick stuff up, because I'll have to get somebody to come over and test it for me. Like where I will drop a key and get away from it far enough to see if they can pick it up. If that's the case, I'll have to go running around and making sure everything's either locked up or secured to the ground. That I don't want to lose, obviously. But because then I have lots of space. Like I have, and I'm not sure if these are locked. If they are, I can unlock them for the event so people can get in and out. But I think I have them locked to keep trolls out. I have to look, I don't know. It's locked, but yeah, anybody can pass through these. Yeah, literally anybody can pass through. So they're safe. There you go. So that might be something I can do, because that's a lot of space too to hide something too. And I can give out easier clues depending on what it is, and I can do that. I mean, because I have a lot of land, and I could see about doing that in the Undercity and things like that. So it'll be something I can work with. I'll be growing corn or something. Do all kinds of cool things. I'm excited. I really am. I'm like trying to think of events. So we will have a swimming contest. That one was J Popper's idea. And I liked it. So it will be like, legitly we're having a swimming contest where there are these boats that he had placed along the way of the river, or of the lake that we're on, stuff like that. And you had to swim, you guys swim across and back. Last one to drown wins. No, no, it's the first one that gets through them fastest. We're trying to figure out prizes and stuff like that will, fits with it and stuff. Because, everybody's got a snazzy bathing suit, so there's no way we can give them another snazzy bathing suit, right? I want this to be right there. There we go. But, now that's why he put ships there. And the ships that he had, everybody can get on as a passenger. So, that way no one can drown. Unless they choose to push themselves. And then that's entirely up to them. I think he said that he set it almost like every 20 tiles or something like that. I can't remember exactly how far he set them across. But he swam back and forth a couple times to see if they were within reason and stuff like that with one of his lower characters. So that anybody can participate and then try. So I think that's a cool little added note that he added to that. So we'll have a swimming contest. I think it's cool. Because I don't know if we're doing a fishing contest again. Because I won't be able to supply fishing poles this time. Because I haven't done much on the fishing. So I don't know yet. So I think those are the ships over there. It's part of across the lake, he said. So that must be the ships. Sympathy prize for swimming contest or raft. Ah! I love that idea! That's cool. Now see, I have a rare raft personally, but I can see about purchasing another one from a certain friend I have, so you can win a rare raft. Which is weird. It's a raft, right? So in theory, you should be able to float on it. But the game doesn't let you do that. The heck? Have I been the only one who's noticed that? I mean, it's like, wait, what? No, come on. That doesn't make no sense. Why is there... Oh, okay, I see. Oh, so that's where this is at. I've been wondering where his token was for this. Yeah, I think he set these up for the... I don't think those are the ones. Because they're legitimately labeled as such. I don't think these are the ones. I think he may have set these up for that. I think these are the ships that are set up because they can hold more people. So I think that's what he did, is he set these up. And I think these are the ones, so that you would have to swim from this all the way across to the other end and back. Or something like that. He hasn't been on for a few days. Like 20 days. Last time I talked to him, he had gotten a new dog that he was training for to be a working dog for blind people or seizures and stuff. So he had a new puppy that he was dealing with. So it took a lot of his time, and I hadn't seen him and talked to him much since then. I'm pretty sure that might be the ones. I do like the names of those. I think he did a good job naming them. These used to be piers. They used to actually have wooden piers here. I wanted them to be wooden, but they just didn't work out right. I didn't like that. I'm going to go see, because I'm not sure if he's got it going across the lake or the gulf or a bay or whatever. I think it's a gulf because of how big the water area is. So I'm coming up here to check it out. What's up? What's up? Do. Here, dot. There you go. Okay, sorry about that. So I think it's the Gulf, because I remember somebody telling me, oh, I see a bunch of ships that says the swimming contest or Lunalong swimming contest or something. and they weren't sure about it. I think it was out here. So I'm trying to see, because he's got a bunch of ships, and I think he's got some of them set differently too. Legacy Hulk. I think that's the ships. See how that one's directly like pointing right at us? Because those are his armada. I think that's what you call a bunch of ships together. Pretty much a fleet of ships that he has for sale. That's signings too. Pretty sure this is it. Yep. Swim bridge start. Yep, this is it. Because as you see, there's a couple more. So yeah, he's got us going across the Gulf and back. Yeah. So there is a swimming contest. And no, I'm not going to go swimming because I don't have food and water on me right now to keep myself from drowning. I mean, I could drink some water, but yeah. Drink. There we go. Chug. Whoa, hello. My head was down there. Weird. So, but you see that little bridge right there? Gotta get rid of that. That's my problem child right now, of sorts. Which means my lighthouse isn't directly centered like I would like it to be, but since most people, when they come out, are going to go left anyway, or coming in from the right, because of the way this area is set up, since chances of somebody coming in from this way is a little bit slimmer, it should be okay, because it won't be in the way, as you see. I have to, that's down low enough, so I'm okay, and I can get away with this. So I don't have to worry about that, but I have to dig and fight all that. Now, I might be able to keep this side and have no problems, but I'm going to have to destroy freaking fly. The bridge, this building, and this bridge. Which means I got to fill this in to make this work. And it should be still on, because I'm still on deed still, because the deed is kind of big, and I will shrink this deed back. I'm going to make an area for people to make a campsite, and I'm going to have it where during the Lunalong I will pull back the deed, so because like this, and but have this all straightened out and have a nice little hedge and water source for people and stuff like that, you know. And I can fill this back in now, since that is all done. That's what that dirt was that I was putting away earlier. I'm hearing noises like there's something nearby. Maybe my zoo. Okay, so as soon as I figure out how to move around real quick, because apparently my driving sucks. Okay, I think I can go down and up here. There we go. I had this all cleared of trees originally so that I could see what I was working with. But I'm still on Kappa's port, what it's called right now. I'm actually going to rename it the River Styx. And it's going to stay as big as it is, which it meets up against Kappa's actual perimeter, so there's 10 spaces between the perimeters. But I'm going to have it meet up until the time of the event. So I will make an area. As you can see, this is all still in Kappa's port right here. I'm still technically in Kappa's port. Oh no, I'm not. I just left it. So this is port and this isn't. So as you can see, so I will make a space like right here somewhere. Okay, so I'm not on the port anymore. This is the perimeter. Yeah. This is perimeter. That's because of that. Okay. So somewhere around here, I will make a little area, like right off of here, where this is all going to be flat. So I'm going to raise this dirt up and create a safe surface right here, and it'll have a and it's going to be fairly big. So it will be the campsite, so where everybody can put their tents and stuff, so that they have a place for tents. Since I believe you can put tents underground, I'm also going to create another spot underground that is going to be more permanent, but I haven't had a chance to do that yet. Hey Kool-Aid, how you doing? He's like, hey, it's Kool-Aid. Oh yeah, looks cool. Thanks. Or good, yeah. It's just some ideas I'm still running through my head and stuff, trying to make sure I compensate for everyone, because I want to make sure all the people who come to my Lunalong are going to enjoy themselves and have fun. So I was going to do a little area down here, and I can do one sort of now, which is fine. Which is around this corner, and it's about this way. And so where people can place their tents and stuff and be, but it's not off. Like, I have to make it pretty far. I don't know, because it's like 5 tiles out is the end. Because I wish we didn't have this perimeter stuff, to be honest. Perimeter is a pain in the rear sometimes. I understand why, but it's silly to me. So now I'm off. Okay, so this is end of Keppa. So this is the first perimeter tile. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So after this point, this is all wilderness. So I can set up a little area here, and it will be right along the river as well. So if people have boats or whatever, they can set themselves up. It's quite dark. Looks like you need some lamps. That I do. But this area is unfinished. So yeah, it's off deed, and it needs to be worked. So I'm in the process of getting that all dealt with myself, honestly. And that's why this isn't so dark. It's brighter. True future plans, I guess. Yes. My goal was to get it done earlier, but it never got done. But I'm trying to complete my river sticks to the river, or to the pond, or the lake. It's small enough it can be a pond, right? But this is the edge of my deed, and I'm working on trying to get the rest of the corner done, which I have majority of the corner done. I just gotta lower it and just work it. It gotta get worked, and then I have to reinforce walls so I can make sure I don't get no collapses on the sides and all that fun stuff, and make it pretty. Because like I said, this river is a huge river. It's not small. It sounds like a lot of work. It is a lot of work. I've had a few people help me out with it so far. So yeah, it's been a huge undertaking, to be honest. But last year, there was no river through here. The river legitimately stopped right back there, so no one was using the bridge or nothing like that. Now the river actually goes across. Looks good, no less. I mean, it looks really nice. I love it. I do plan on putting a chain link fence along the way. I'm not sure if I'll do it this year. I might do it next year. I'm hoping no one goes and parks themselves through here, because that's not the point. That's not what I want. So part of the reason why I want to put chain link fences on each side is so to prevent people from parking right up in that area and obstructing the beauty of the Undercity. So, but yeah. So I got a lot of plans, a lot of things to do, a lot of craziness. But yeah, So now people will be forced to use this bridge. I plan on having another bridge on the other end where the ship was sitting. There will be a bridge down there. So I'll have 2 bridges crossing at least. If you need any of the items, maybe we could trade or something. I'm kind of bored over at my D, so if I could help, that would be awesome. Oh wow, there's a lot of things I need help with. Right now I have an order for some support beams and iron bars, but most of the work I'm needing right now is just physical labor, literally legitly just taking out the rock that's in the way. I do have 4, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 4 iron veins in the way as well to get my river sticks finished. But once that's done, it's then building bridges and stuff like that, because this wall right here would go away. I just need one little thing, so this will be a little highway. That wasn't there before. Dagnabbit. That ain't good. Okay, so I gotta work on some stuff here. Oh yeah, it was, because I marked it. So. Ah, I see. Yeah, so I got a lot of stuff to do. I mean, a lot. I mean, my mining's almost 90 because of it. I didn't do all the work myself, but yeah, it's 86. I'll be on later. How long are you going to be streaming? Probably for another couple more hours, because I'm starting to get sleepy. I'm kind of hoping to see Do Jensen in the morning, or his version of morning, and it's usually about 1, but I don't know, because that's usually on Sunday mornings and not Saturday mornings, so I don't know. So 1 o'clock for me, and it's almost 11 now, just so you guys know. I'm in that weird time zone, away from everybody else. I also have, I still think I do, it needs to be straightened up in one spot. Should be a little path through here that takes me upside. Would you stop spinning myself around? Oh, my path keeps getting... Okay, my path got broken. See, I have a path that's supposed to be right here, but that's gotten collapsed. So I need to finish that. And once I clear all this, there's going to be a small, like, spiral ramp going up to one of my mine doors up the top side. And then I eventually, once I clear all of Keppa's Undercity, which that's close to 100 and some, man, I don't know. I mean, let's see, I'm about here for the most part, so let's count this real quick. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Well, I think that's probably about right. About 100 more tiles. 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. Hello. 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. Okay, so 75. That means that 80 squares south, I still have to clear of all of Keppa. Oh my lord, I don't want to think about it. It's just going to be a pain, but it's going to be worth it. I just know it's going to be worth it, because once it's all cleared out, now that's the permanent goal, is just to get it all cleared out and reinforced and all that fun stuff. That's why majority of this has been reinforced. I haven't done anything with that side because I'm not sure if I want to expand that direction or not. I probably could, but I'm just not sure if I want to. I will have to make a bridge here because I keep getting people to parking in the wrong spot. Dagnabbit, people. Can I drop these in here? No. Will not fit in there. Alright, so I'll just drop these here. Okay. Embark. Do I have an anchor? I don't. Because the anchor's right here. Why isn't this moving? Huh, weird. No, stop that. I hate when that happens. I do that. Okay, place further in the water. It might be just too close to the edge so it wouldn't move. There we go. Okay. So, as you see, this is something I did a couple months ago, and I got it cleared out. And that was finishing. It's like a little skylight, but once I fill the dirt in, it won't be like that anymore. But yeah, this was originally just one tile wide. So I went and finished it and got it 3 tiles wide, and got all of this done, which I'm actually pleased with it. It looks really, really good. This is a way. There's a horse's butt up in the air, in the water. That's not how you swim, horsey. Just saying. But yeah, apparently I don't have enough buoys, so I need to make more buoys. Because I'm going to use those as a kind of a guide light for people to help them figure out how to come in. I wanted to raise the ceiling a little more, but I don't know if I need to. I mean, it's a decent height. I think I can at some point. That's why I stopped at a certain point. And then once that collapses in that spot, I will quickly do that. So I made it so it's easy for people to climb out of the water if they get stuck. That's why I made it so low. Ah, I'm glitching. I'm going to a ceiling that goes all the way down to the floor. And buildings are missing and stuffs. My ship is supposed to be right here, and it's not right here. This is a bit disturbing. Just saying. I don't know what's going on, but this is disturbing. I don't know. I don't trust it. I'm waiting for the game to catch up to me. Oh, no, I'm logging out. What? Server. Restart. Okay. That works. Okay, so I'm back over here. Yay! And they finally glitched that stupid bladder out of my thing. I had a glitch bladder in my inventory. There we go. That was weird. I'm not sure what happened just now. But, yep. I mean, this is... I did a lot of work. I'm proud of it. I can sit down here and just chill and be happy because I've done so much. Don't really need to share bladder issues. No, that's not funny, but that was funny. So I was moving stuff around, and you know how every once in a while when you're moving something, it's not a full piece of something? It's a partial piece of something, and sometimes it doesn't register as anything, so therefore it glitches. Yeah, that's what happened. I had a gland or bladder or something like that at the game, and it wouldn't go away, and I was like carrying around a bladder all this time. Now let's go put these away. I drove right past where I need to put them about 600 times. Now I need to go put them where they belong. But yeah, now I have all these steels. So I'm planning on doing a brewery. So I can start brewing stuff. I mean, I got a ton of stuff, so a mats for every little thing, just about. Cart. See, this is what I like. You can plant these and then just go on. These were what I was using the other day to get all that stuff that I was talking about. Yeah, so this is... I had so many that it was going to take me trip after trip after trip, and it was going to take me days to get all that stuff over. So I grabbed all 5 of these. There was a waypoint nearby, and I used the living crap out of that thing. I got them all home. No, I need to stop doing that and do it this way. There we go. Place. Oh, okay. There we go. Couldn't move that one any further because of this way. It was too far. It would have gone too far away from the waypoint, which is new. I didn't think of that. Here we go. My platform. And people are allowed to use those things. I got them set up so people can. I don't know if I'm going to make it much longer. As much as I'm yawning over here. See. I'm gonna put this. I got a coin today. A troll tried to attack me and all. So I called the guards. Well, the guards dispatched it. I had nothing to do with the battle, and I got a coin for it. You got a rare moment of inspiration for watching a troll die by other people's hands. closer. Okay. Okay. Still got a lot to do. But there's so much to do. I am getting sleepy though, so I'm thinking I might have to go and take a nap. I had a rough day today. I was doing some stuff for my job, which was just, you know, making sure the hotels had rooming lists. I mean, how hard is that? Well, my sugar level plummeted on me, and it was just making it even harder. Like, I ended up sending a rooming list to the same hotel 3 times. I was so mad at myself because I was just not feeling it. I was just out of it. There's huge fog all around. I can't even see the lake. See? There's no lake out there. I wonder if there's fog spiders nearby. Because fog spiders don't spawn on the deed. But there's so many tight deeds right here. Like, there's a corner of all kinds of deeds. Excuse me. I think I see one. Maybe I don't. Nope, I guess not. Thought I saw one. Wow. I'm not used to walking through here and seeing it in fog. I wonder what he's got up going on. Can't really see anything through the fog. What the heck? The guys in the chats are hilarious. Just wandering around. This dude doesn't believe in putting... I think he finally put a deed up, but it took him a long time. That fog is pretty dense this time around. Cats. What the heck? I am getting sleepy. I think I'm gonna have to crash. I was hoping to stay up for a while, but I guess only 2 hours or so was all I can do. I had a lot, like I said, I was doing a lot today. So, like, we went to the DMV so I can get my name changed, because, you know, my ID and stuff, right? And they ended up making me have to wait there because I had mentioned that my address is different now. And so they were like, well, since now you mention it, we can't continue with this. I'm like, are you effing serious? And, like, it was crazy. So Kyle went over to the bank, which thankfully was really, really close, and got information because we changed my information on my bank. Which is, here's what's funny. So I got approved for a credit card, which I swear is because of Kyle. He has really, really, really good credit, and I've never had a credit card in my entire life. I don't believe in credit cards. It's something my grandmother passed down to me. And so, with that said, I got approved for a credit card. Now, why am I getting a credit card? Well, here's why. I need a credit card. It's from my zoo. I need a credit card to start building on my credit so that we can build, hopefully next year, buy a house. That is my hopes. That is my plan. Oh, hello. Just a random unicorn in the fog. Okay, I don't know which is scarier, those fog spiders or a freaking unicorn that just appeared out of nowhere. Those are scary. Anyway, but as I was saying, I get this credit card, and I'm like, oh yay, because now I did the name change before I got the credit card, right? But my credit card still comes to me in my maiden name. I'm like, I'm done. I was like, I tried, Kyle. They don't want to give up my maiden name. Well, it's funny because even the when I went to the oh, hey Phoenix, hey, I was crashing slowly but surely. You know what? I'm gonna go and milk cows. That's what I'm gonna do instead because I need more milk. I don't have enough milk. 4 kilograms is not enough. I need more. Where's my buckets? There's my buckets. But anyway, like I was saying, so at the DMV and all, they're like, Kyle had saw that they had put my maiden name, because I'm keeping my maiden name, as my last name with his last name. I was like, wait, that's wrong. And because he was like, no, they didn't do it the way you wanted it, which is what I wanted to do, was take my last name and make it my middle name as well. So it would have been blah blah blah, and then of course my last name, my new last name. And so they were like, well, but that's not how you have it. I was like, yeah. And I even showed it because my social security card, because I had to get a new social security card first, right? So I showed them that, and they're like, oh, yeah, do it the way she wants it then, because that's how it's on her social. So I was like, yeah, what a shocking concept. Don't mess up with my name. I'll go get redneck on you. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get the most benefit out of milking my cows. I thought there was a kitty up here. I keep reaching for a kitty because I thought there was one up there. Okay. That's not my Luna Long. That's not my Luna Long. You're my Luna Long. Okay, freeze, sleep. Boom. Boom, boom. Okay. So, credit card story? Yes, thank you. Credit card story. So, as a result, I have to keep my original ID as well, because they have forever. I'm like, I'm not even worried about while in the Navy. Ooh. Tried to get credit card. Oh, well, while in the Navy, tried to get a credit card. Got turned down 3 times. Oh, really? I wonder why. What, did you get married too and then that fixed it? Now I'm waiting. Then received a pre-approved application from my wife. Never married. Ha! Ha, lordy. Because that's what they were thinking about doing with me, was to get a prepaid card if it got denied again. And instead it didn't get denied, and I was like, okay. Beggars can't be choosers. I ain't complaining. I need 3. Need 3. Trace. Okay. Need 1 more. To fix my thing. There we go. This is how you do it. There we go. Yeah, they were thinking about doing the pre-approved card for me where I had to pay so much and go from there and build my credit up. But Kyle thinks is what it was is because of he having such a good credit that it approved almost immediately. So, and he's on my accounts. He's always been on my accounts pretty much. So, like, we've been friends for 15 years before we started dating, and we dated for 2 years, and then we got married, obviously, this year. So, altogether, because we were like a fiancés for like about a year. So, altogether, about 3 years, plus the 18 years we've known each other. Not having good credit makes you a risk to their profit from interest fees. Yeah, I know. It's because I prefer to pay with cash, and people, they don't like that. And that's what irritates me, because credit cards, and see, my grandma, she was from the 60s, right? So she was, I'm sorry, not having credit, not good credit. Yeah, not having credit. Yeah, I know what you mean. I understood what you're saying. Not having any credit whatsoever, it makes you, they look at you like, no, I don't trust you. And it's like, and it sucks, because here's the thing. Credit cards is privatized. It isn't like a legit system. It is somebody getting rich off of using your money. It's a loan. It's what it is. It's basically they loan you a bunch of money. In a sense, this is how much I can loan you. This is your limit, so have fun with that, and you have to pay me back with interest. I don't like credit cards. I hate them. My grandmother always taught me, she says, if you don't have the money to get it, then you don't need it. And if you save your money up for it, and something better comes up, you just was able to get something better. Not that they don't trust you, they just won't make money from someone who pays off their bills promptly. Yeah, I know. I know. And that's where it is I'm going to be at. I'm going to be in that spot because I'm going to be one of those people that pays off my bill. Because I spent some money. I bought some coin for this game that I'm playing. Worm, obviously. So I bought the huge amount like I normally do. Because, see, normally every other week or so, if I want to or whatever, I can spend money on whatever I want. Because, you know, I save up a lot of times. But, so, as a result, if whatever I want, I use my debit card. Thank goodness banks still have debit cards. And I like PNC. PNC's pretty good. If I had to sponsor them, or have a sponsor for whatever PNC wanted to do that, I appreciate it. I think they're awesome. Because back in the day, whenever I got financially strapped, and things would bounce occasionally, and I didn't realize it until that moment of seeing it, they would give me a several day grace period before they even charged me anything. Like, it will literally stay in the negative for 3 or 4 days, and then when my payday came in, which it would straighten itself out, they didn't charge me late charges for it, or bounces, or over withdrawals, or anything like that. It's like, they were really cool, unless it was longer than a week, and then they would charge me for it. But I thought it was cool, and I like PNC. PNC is pretty good. Their banking app is really exceptionally awesome. I appreciate it. And the fact that my credit card is on the same banking app, which is kind of cool. So I'm like, this is nice. So I'm like excited at the fact that, you know, as soon as it pops up on my thing, I can go, ooh, I want to pay it right away, but I have to give it a little longer, you know, before. Because see, when Kyle got his first credit card, which I think was last year, when he got his, he's got extremely good credit because he has student loans. And his parents have been paying them off for him due to the fact that he did take the attempt to try to do the school thing, but college was just not his cup of tea. So because he did give it the old college try, his parents have been awesome, and it's down to a couple thousand at this point now. And he used to have car loans, and in fact he has a car loan now, so that because he gets a brand new car every so often and things like that. So he's built his credit up nicely, and I come along with my less than almost 500 credit because I refuse to get credit cards, and I pay my bills so there's no evidence. So like, okay, true story, I actually tried to help my credit a few years back. So what I did was I went to Rent-A-Center because I heard at some of those rent-to-own places they will do that. They will work on they will put good or bad on your credit. So I went ahead and got it. I ended up paying it off. Or I got a laptop. It wasn't this one. I think it was the other laptop that's down, the original one I had before this. And it was a year contract or something like that, and I ended up paying it off about a couple months in advance because I would pay extra. And when it was done and over with, I had no hits on my credit score. No good, no bad, nothing. I asked them about it again. They were like, oh, well, it wouldn't affect your credit unless you were late or you didn't pay. I was so ticked off with them. I was like, straight up, you just pulled a nasty on my ass and got more money out of me because I did a rent-to-own, and I don't like rent-to-owns because my grandmother, again, she taught me if you don't have the money to get it now, then you don't need it now. Save your money, and then when you get enough, you might be able to either get it cheaper or get a better version of whatever it is you're getting. So I paid almost twice the amount for the laptop than I would have paid if I had saved my money up in the first place. So I was very not pleased with them. Because to me, rent-to-owns and stuff like that, or rent-a-centers or whatever, it's like just throwing your money away. Need to be over 12 months of payments to show up, I think. Well, dang nabbit. But see, I didn't want to keep paying on stuff. See, that drives me nuts. That's why I don't like renting. Like right now, I rent the house I live in right now. But I've been renting this house since 2017. So for 2 years, going on 3. So despite that I don't like renting and everything, and I'm trying to get moved out, I was a landlord for many years myself, so, I just don't like the fact that I am paying somebody else to live in a house that isn't mine, and I can't do anything with. Like, I can't do anything with this house. If I wanted to change the wall colors, I can't, because I have to go ask for permission and go through all these loops. But now that's because I'm a responsible tenant too. You see, I actually added benefit to this deed or this house as is because they did not have a door that goes down to the basement. So I actually installed a door so that there's a door that goes down to the basement. Another thing is I needed a little storage building. So they got a storage building, even though it's a Rubbermaid one. They got a storage building so that I can put like our lawnmower and things like that. So as a result, I actually increased the value of the house a little bit. And they were like, "Oh, we love you because you come in, you find problems, you let us know right away, you take care of this, you do this, you blah blah blah, you're awesome." And I'm like, I appreciate it. I was like, because it's alright. So basically the way I understand this is we're renting from a company who runs this, but for a landlord, if that makes sense. So they're the middlemans. But I told them that I would, if I ever had multiple houses again and stuff like that, I would probably hire them because they're pretty good and they're on it. But they're funny at first because they were like, "Well, we're supposed to inspect you after 45 days of moving in." They did that, and it was supposed to be one, which it was 6 months after you moved in, and then one from a year after you moved in, and then it would be yearly. They didn't do the 6 months or the yearly. The first year. They straight up just skipped to the next year. Like, left me alone. I've never been late on my rent. Not once. In fact, I pay extra on my rent. Even though right now it's only $5. But, I pay extra. And, they also know, like, okay, so there was a situation that popped up. And I thought that was kind of cool. They call me, like, what happened is, since it gets paid online and stuff, my payment that I did last month, which I did, like, it was on the 22nd, because I wanted to make sure, because our rent is due on the 1st. So I wanted to make sure that the rent was paid while we were on our honeymoon, so we didn't have to worry about late fees or anything like that. All the bills were paid up before the wedding. My storage was paid, the rent was paid, insurances were paid, things like that, because I wanted to make sure we didn't have to worry about anything, which worked out really well, because 2 hours before we got back to Kokomo, which is where I live, from coming home on our honeymoon, the car breaks down, which we discovered that the engine of that car he has, his brand new car that he just purchased about 2 months ago, has 130,000 miles on the engine. So they're replacing the engine entirely and putting a new engine in, which has only got 43,000 on it. And I'm like, oh my lord! And so we had to rent a vehicle, which cost a ton of money. And this is why the credit card thing came up, because they needed credit cards. And I'm like, oh my god, why? Like, this is crazy. It's like, this whole stupid system is ridiculous. And, and sweet little Kyle, I love the man to death, and he's adorable, but he was freaking out. Like, I normally freak out when things go bad, because that's just me. I'm a female, first off, that's what we do. We're crazy, we're insane, and I'm a redhead on top of that just even adds more to the wonderful craziness that we go through. And so, I only had one little, like, crazy moment, and that was because for some dumb reason, my phone, once we got to Louisiana, my phone did not work. Like, the network down there for Boost sucks. Not to mention Boost doesn't have a network anyway. Boost sucks as is. I'm actually switching out of Boost, hopefully soon. We call that a tad emotional. Right? Okay, fine. I get a tad emotional, okay? So I was getting annoyed because I couldn't play my Pokemon Go. Because me and Kyle was trying to play Pokemon Go in every single state and catching Pokemon in every state to kind of commemorate this. And I was getting mad because we were going through Arkansas and we were just... Phoenix is like, just a tad. And we were going through Arkansas on the way up and it was like right along the edge where we were going to pop out. And I was like so annoyed because I wanted to get Arkansas, but we found a way to get it. I think we went to a McDonald's or something and I was able to pop on Wi-Fi and do that. But I was so mad with my service. And I wasn't mad at my phone. I was like, I like my phone, but I hate the service. I was just like going crazy. I was throwing a tantrum almost. And it was funny. Kyle was trying to be sweet and cool about it. He's like, we'll figure a way. We'll figure a way. You were getting mad because you were going through Arkansas? Okay, I can understand that. Well, first off, we're going through Arkansas. He stops to get gas, right? In a middle of nowhere town. And, like, he was sitting there trying to get the gas pump to work because he was a city boy, right? And the gentleman pulls out of his truck and says, oh, you gotta pay inside, sir. And he was like, oh, okay. Runs inside, comes back out, and he still was having struggles. And I'm like, oh my God, poor Kyle. And he's like, this is not working for me. It was, oh my God. Phoenix was like, ha ha ha. Yeah. So, it was crazy. And then, of course, I was calm and cool and collective, and I was all right, and I was, mostly sane, right? But then, about 3 hours before we get to Kokomo, that's when we started noticing issues. We started hearing this noise, like it was a dragging noise. So we stopped somewhere to see if there was something under the car. Like, I thought maybe something got stuck up into the car, because, we were going through the country roads and stuff. And he found nothing. I was like, okay. And then after about 20 minutes or so, it stopped. So we stopped at another place to get something to eat. And, the car didn't make the sound anymore. Well, then he was like, well, let's go get some gas. So we go to this truck stop to go get gas. He turns his car on, and it stops moving. Like, he hits the gas pedal, and it starts to go, and it says, nope. Like, it legitimately just said, I'm done with you. So he turns it off, turns it back on. It can't even get it turned back on no more. So apparently, we are at a truck stop for 2 hours. Like, this is the last, and I'm sitting there, I'm cool, I'm sitting there, I'm just playing solitaire on my phone, just relaxing, enjoying myself. It's hot outside, we're in a truck stop, so there was a spot to sit, and Wi-Fi to play with, and I'm just sitting there, He's like all kinds of going all over the place, panicking, like, oh my goodness, and he's getting upset. And I was like, Kyle, he says, we can't afford things like this. I said, baby, it's okay. We'll get through it. Like, I was like, I'm losing my shit because I can't get on Pokemon Go. And I'm cool, calm, and collective because the car broke down. I'm like, straight up. It was some crazy ass shit. So then we get into this, and then of course we get picked up by the tow truck driver, right? And I'm sitting there. I'm sitting in the back seat. I don't know about you, but I'm in the back seat. You can sit up there. And he just starts laughing at me. So I'm like pushed in this little itty bitty back seat, okay? And I'm just like, I'm not comfortable with riding with other people, honestly, that I don't know you, I don't like you. It's like, what the heck? Like, I was just completely hidden there. So we had to ride in the tow truck for 2 hours. Oh my Lord, it was fun to be said the least, though. I mean, because like the whole trip was great, and it was just the last 2 hours. And of course, him being panicky, So, the only reason why it took 2 hours is they thought they heard him say, don't worry about it, I'll figure it out. And I was like, what the heck? So they didn't send a tow truck out because they thought that he said something like that. And I'm like, oh Lord. It was crazy though. And then of course he's like, we get home, he's all panicked. I don't know how I'm going to get you to work and da-da-da. I'm like, it's okay. We can figure it out. Relax. I'm not worried. And I literally legitimately like packed my backpack. And that was about all I took with me for work that week. And so like everybody was laughing at me because, I'm coming in, I'm all cool, calm, collective, and he's freaking out. I was like, do you have to work? He's like, no, I don't have to work till da-da-da, so lucky for that. And I'm like, yeah, actually it is lucky. See, look at the good positive note. And he's like, I don't know how you can do it. I'm like, I just do. It's not easy. It's not easy being me. It is not. Seal, wait. Do I have any small ones? I have large ones. Where's the small ones? Am I out of the small ones? Uh-uh. So I'm out of the small ones now. Cool. That makes me happy. Okay, so open this. I don't like having the small amphoras. I try to make the big ones. That's what I make. But sometimes when I'm out scavenging or whatever and I find amphoras, I take them all, and sometimes they're not the big ones, so I just have to deal with what I get. There we go. Now I have a amphora to go and put away. Oh, I need to turn off my sleep. There we go. But yeah, so it was like some craziness, so yeah. And like the rent-a-car place that we were at, Rent-A-Center, or not Rent-A-Center, Enterprise, that's what it was. It's like charges $1 million a day for the vehicle, and it wasn't even a very good vehicle, and I'm like, you guys shitty, fuck you. I was like all kinds of not happy about spending almost $250 a day. So he had a warranty on the car that he got, which was probably one of the smartest things he's done when it came to this car. That if it breaks down or whatever, they would pay for it, right? So they ended up doing all the research and finding, they did, like I said, they did some research, because it was saying crank wasn't turning over and they were having electrical problems, right? So they send it from one person to the next person. It was just like, oh my god. I think it went to 3 different people to fix the car before it finally got to someone who can fix it. It's not fixed yet. We're still waiting. They got I think they got the engine in now, but they haven't been able to put it in yet. So they're working on it. But, you know, they've given us a free car because of his warranty and everything. So now he has this free car that he doesn't have to pay for. And it's the same thing, because his car is a Buick Regal, I think, or a Regal Buick or something like that. I don't know which way is which when it comes to cars. Give me an old car that doesn't have a whole bunch of computer chips in it, and I can work on that thing. Give me one that has computer chips in it. Psh, please. It's a computer, not a car. I'm serious. I feel like that. But anyway, so he was like, oh, they're gonna, you know, start paying us back and all this stuff. So they ended up paying us almost $250, $300 back for the 3 days of the rental out of the 7 that we've been doing and having it for. So I'm like, honestly, I can't complain. Could be a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. So I'm not complaining, really. But yeah. So that was going on. So, you know, currently he's got a 2019 Buick Regal right now that they're letting, it's a loaner car. So they loaned him a free car until his car gets fixed, which, as long as he's not we don't have to pay an arm and a leg for, I don't mind. So, and they're like, well, this one you can't have pets in, and I'm like, do you realize I have kitties? I try to take my kitties out for rides and stuff. Not fair. So, yeah. There was all kind. It's been one heck of a ride, to be honest. But I'm alright. It's fun. Alright, so I am signing off here shortly as soon as I hit this yes button. There you go. So, yeah. This is Dracaa, and you are watching the Dragon Kitty Show. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, as I will sign out for the night. Good night, everybody, and see you when I see you again, alright?